Okay, so now we're gonna get into San Diego Comic-Con.
Woo!
Wow, not much hype there.
Yeah.
Everybody was kind of
We're exhausted.
quiet, yeah, just tired. Oh my god, yesterday I was just plugged in, staring at my phone, like, all right, what's the next cool thing that comes out? What's the next cool thing? I had plans yesterday, and I didn't. I fucking stared at this thing.
I like it.
And
That's dedication.
No, it was stupid.
I couldn't do that, but I have done that in years past, where I'm just like refreshing my computer constantly on social media. And
yeah, I was on so many different live bloggings of the panels and stuff.
That's a great time of year. It really, like, I get so excited it's been, several years since where that they've really just been pumping stuff out, and especially I love the approach by Warner Brothers to not like have exclusive trailers. They're just like, fuck it, here you go. We're going to announce it so everyone knows it's coming on Saturday. We're going to have the panel, but we're also going to release the trailer. Yeah, and Marvel did the same with Thor, but
yeah. Even though I talked shit about social media there just now, it was actually social media that was hyping the shit out of this trailer for me.
It's awesome.
Like, I read a couple of things, so I was like, yeah, that's right, that trailer is coming. Fuck yeah. And like,
right.
Like normally I'd be like, oh, cool, the trailer's coming out, but I was actually really hyped for the Warner Brothers / DC panel. Yeah. Like the whole panel, the whole Hall H bullshit. I was actually getting pretty pumped for that. Like, there we go. We're going to get the 411 thrown down. We're going to get this shit on.
Yep.
Whatever cool, unhip lingo I can say. I can figure out. So first we're going to talk about the thing that happened before Comic-Con.
Not Spider-Man Homecoming.
Not Spider-Man Homecoming. The day before, by a bunch of...
Yes, conveniently.
Yes. It's amazing how well they timed this article.
Coincidence? I think not.
Touche. All right, dear Watson. So here we go. We're gonna
elementary.
Yeah, elementary. He's got the British accent to go with it.
Yes,
he should be
it's
saying,
perfect.
Why am I trying to do shit? Fucking... So... The Hollywood Reporter put out an article, again repeating some of the shit we heard a couple months back about how Ben Affleck doesn't want to be Batman anymore, and they're going to try, and WB is trying to gracefully push him out the door, as they were calling it, and come in with a rebooted Batman to kind of take over the mantle in the DCEU. And I loved how they were talking about, I'm going to kind of start off this thing a little bit. They were talking about the reports prior a couple months ago. Motherfuckers, there wasn't any reports. It was one dude on an internet show that said, I have sources where Ben Affleck may not be that happy playing Batman and he may want to exit. That was it. And then all the social media, all those fucking comic websites, all the Hollywood websites jumped on it and made reports out of it. That's what your so-called reports were a couple months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
It was based off of stupidity from the start, and then they doubled down on the stupidity again.
Right.
And it amazes me that people went with this. Some people people went with this.
Well, on social media, there was a lot of it.
Like, that sucks. Like, you're believing this?
And they were... It amazed me that they jumped immediately to, okay, how are they going to push Ben Affleck out? Are they going to kill him off? What are they going to do? I'm like, why are you even talking about this? This is not a thing, and it was all based on the age. There's this great page. It makes a lot of fun of Marvel, but I find it really funny. It's called Comedian of DC, and he posted this thing that I literally clapped. I was like, that's fucking awesome. And it basically shows the little part from the article, and it says, in addition, Affleck will turn 45 in August, so he would be pushing 50 before the Batman arrives in theaters. If Reeve makes a trilogy, Affleck would be in his mid-50s at best by the time that's done. Maybe Tom Cruise could pull that off, but Affleck's body hasn't exactly been a temple. On the Instagram page, the Comedian of DC, he posts... who the fuck plays Tony Stark? Robert Downey Jr. is 52 years old. Vin Diesel is 50. Will Smith is 48. Bruce Willis is 62, still doing fucking action. Obviously, it's a little bit different. But he posts all these. Matt Damon, 46 years old. So it's like, where are you? Like, all these people are still doing, great things, playing action roles, and you're saying, oh, the youngest out of all of them is Ben Affleck, and he's 44. But no, he can't. His body is not exactly a temple.
I actually commented on that one. If you look on that,
you did. Nice.
Yeah, our Comic Movie Marks commented on there, and
I hate how they always show the pictures of him smoking and eating burgers. It's like, that's not his life, bro. That's what they want you to think.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's just like a running joke, and people have said that in Batman v Superman that it was all
CG.
the CGI of his body, but yeah, it's. I'm having a hard time. Like, I couldn't find the original post on his actual page. Oh, right here. Okay. Do you want me to read it, or?
Yeah. Well, I could just say it.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, no, I just pointed out Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is 52.
Fuck yeah.
And we got the most likes. We got the
Nice.
most likes. If you look at it, last I saw, we were up to like 16 likes.
Nice.
Keanu Reeves is 52. And the John Wick movies are probably one of the best displays of fighting and combat, the gung fu, as they were calling it.
Gun fu.
Yeah, as they were calling it. I thought, like, he's the best example. And it's not like he's a temple either when it comes to his body, even though he's a little ooh, dude.
Right, yeah.
But
pothead.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought, yeah, it's like that's a perfect example. That's a way he's doing great. Those John Wick movies are some of the best displays of action in a movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic, and I love them. You can't watch them before you watch any of these other movies. So. I remember watching that and then watching Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm like, oh, all the flips and shit and the cutting and the jumping and the editing.
Well, didn't you? I think you watched John Wick before Guardians of the Galaxy
and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, okay.
I watched it before I watched.
Yeah, and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, the cutting, the splicing, the jump cuts and stuff like that. Like, oh, it's jarring.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah, a little too much. Yeah, it even Ben Affleck makes the joke about like it took him a lot longer to get his body in the shape for Batman v Superman than it probably would have had he was younger. But he did it. This is just bullshit, and like Matt said from Collider that it all kind of started
with John Campea.
That John Campea was like,
on an
I have
TV.
a source, and and
which we have a source. Ben Affleck loves playing Batman. There,
our source is Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I don't know why people still listen to the clickbait bullshit. Just fucking ignore it. And the timing is what pissed me off the most.
Right.
Because you know the hype is around the trailer, and everyone has been stoked for it. And like I said,
and the panel in general.
Yeah,
just
exactly. San Diego Comic-Con, everything, and then they throw out negativity the day before. And that just blew me away. Or I'm like, fucking the Hollywood Reporter. I feel like they do put out some pretty good stuff. Like a lot of times I'll go on that website and they put out pretty legit stuff. And I think that's where this has also become the most frustrating is you have a pretty solid website and then now you're using it for clickbait. And I'm sure they've done it before, but it was infuriating.
Yeah, as soon as I saw it, the first thing I did was go on my page. Like, I'll admit now, I didn't have any proof otherwise, but I just knew immediately it was bullshit. Like, it was so obvious. Like, it was at the hype of people searching about DC movies, so they post this, and of course when people are searching for DC movies, trying to find out stuff about San Diego, this is going to be the first thing that comes up. This is going to give them loads of clicks, loads of hits on their website.
Well,
it was
well said.
And it was just like very baseless. The whole argument was just based around, oh, he's old. Oh, there's a new director on the movie, so he's clearly not happy. Like, oh wow, he's doing the stunt work, he's being Batman, he's a producer, but he's no longer the director, so clearly he doesn't want in on the movie anymore. It was really like baseless. It didn't make a lot of sense. So the first thing I did was go on our page and say, this is bullshit. It's not real. Don't believe everything you hear. Clickbait, the whole thing.
That's awesome, and I don't think you need any other proof other than the fact that the timing and everything.
Yeah.
You said you didn't have a proof or anything that it wasn't legit, but I think we just know. You can look at it,
especially what they were basing it off of.
Right.
It was reports several months ago, which wasn't reports.
Right.
It was one guy making a comment on an internet TV show or whatever you call it. And then his age and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, so they're just making up shit as they go here. This was total clickbait. Mm-hmm. It was based in total fallacy. Like it was garbage.
Right.
And then of course everybody takes it and runs with it. I saw so many different websites. Oh, who should replace Ben Affleck?
Right.
Like, they're not even contemplating whether or not this is a legitimate thing. They're already like, all right, who's going to replace Ben?
Yeah.
Like they're already jumping to that next step.
It's
and
horrible.
then DC is losing their Batman. What are they going to do now?
Yeah.
And it's just so many different things. I literally posted something on our Instagram at Comic Movie Marks, and Tim is at Geek Headquarters at Instagram. You need to plug yourself, Tim.
Yeah.
You can't just say your page. You got to plug yourself, man. But I posted on there with I threw that Me, Myself, and Irene thing.
Yeah,
because you know
fantastic.
why I had that why I put that video? Because that's literally how I felt.
I
was reading some things and I felt twitches in my face.
Right.
Like I was like, are you fucking
this
serious?
Fucking hurts.
This is no basis. There's no legitimate source. It's like, my source.
Right.
Any jackass can say my source.
Right.
And it just had no basis. There was no confirmation. Nothing from DC, nothing from Affleck that you could tell would make you think this is anything real. It was just amazing to me how many people ran with that. The dude is playing Batman, one of the most iconic figures in Hollywood.
Who says that, and he loves playing Batman.
Yeah.
And he's even said, as I think the exact quote was, as long as the bat phone rings, I will answer it.
Right.
Or I will pick it up or something like that. And then going back to what Tim was saying on him stepping out as director, I've read so many things of actual quotes from him saying that he realized how daunting of a task that was.
And it seems legitimate to me.
Yeah.
It seems perfectly legit to me. Like, why would you want to be in this big, bulky costume then have to step behind a screen
right.
to make sure the direction, you see the dailies and stuff like that in this big, bulky costume and stuff, and you have to make sure you look good, everybody else is going good, and he was going to write it.
Right.
I mean, a tentpole film, write, direct, and star in this big fucking duct tape suit?
Yeah.
Too much. Yeah.
It's going to be a daunting task. Yeah. So they brought in a guy, Matt Reeves, who does pretty good movies.
Yeah, who Ben Affleck has said he like completely supports. He loves his style.
He would play an ape for him if he needed to. That's what he said. And it just like total bullshit, total clickbait. People fell for it. People are still trying to say, "Oh, I guess Ben Affleck's covering his ass now after the reports." Not that the reports were fake. I've been seeing a bunch of people saying, "Oh, he's not gonna come out and say, oh, I hate the bat suit, suck it. I don't want to play Batman just before Justice League." No, maybe that's actually truly how he felt.
Right? Yeah, exactly. You ever think about that?
No, it can't be. Someone can't just be happy he just wanted to play just a character.
So
you know what really annoyed me? It was people who were trying to say that after the Flashpoint movie, Flash was going to come back to the DC universe, and it was just going to be a different actor for Batman. I just can't believe the level of stupidity that would lead someone to think that they would actually do that.
Well, actually, to be honest, I thought that they would use Flashpoint as a kind of rebooting system, but the fact that they're bringing it in so early kind of makes me think they're not.
Right.
Because I actually did think they were going to use that as possibly a reboot to change actors and shit like that. And I thought it was going to happen like in 2025 and shit.
Right.
When everybody starts getting up there in age and everything, and they want to change up some characters or change up the atmosphere of the area of the DC. I actually did think that's what they were going to do. I did think they were going to use Flashpoint to change things up, but I thought it'd be like in 2025 or something like that. Not as 2019 or 2020 or whatever.
It's supposed to be like basically the standalone. We'll get into that, but I kind of thought the same thing. So I was like, that's interesting.
Well, I guess they're just fast tracking this, and so I don't know. I mean, they might have a spin-off universe and have Thomas Wayne, the comedian. I forget his actual name, the actor's name.
Jeffrey Morgan.
Yes.
Jeffrey Morgan.
Maybe they'll have him in a bat suit to kind of fuck around with it. But I think like Ben Affleck says, as long as the bat phone rings or whatever, he will play Batman as long as DC wants him to play Batman.
Yep.
And again, this shit was all made up. I don't know why people even fucking believe this shit at this point. Like this was just to drive up revenue, to give them a boost just beforehand. The timing, everything is suspicious as hell, but people are going to run with it forever, and especially social media. As soon as something gets said out loud.
Yeah. Every page wants to be the page that has a scoop. Not only like websites that want to be the ones to have the scoop, but now like Instagram pages are doing the same thing.
Right.
And if it fits their narrative of shitting on DC, then they're absolutely all for it.
Yep.
So it's just that's it.
Any final thoughts, Tim?
No, wrapped it up nicely.
Okay, sounds good. Just remember, guys, don't always believe everything that comes out.
Yes.
Take it with a grain of salt. Everything, even, except for stuff that we say. Take it with a grain of salt. Yeah. Because
the marks don't lie.
Hey, there we go.
I like it.
That's a new t-shirt. But it just, I don't know. I just don't think that websites they're trying to get scoops. They're trying to get clicks. And it's become this almost competition at this point of who can say what to get those kind of clicks and get that kind of shit on their website. And then, of course, it's going to get dragged through the mud and pulled out. So hopefully Hopefully people will start veering away from that. We need pages like Geek Headquarters and ours, Comic Movie Marks, that pointed out like it's clickbait.
Yeah, just ignore it, move on.
Move on. If it does, until DC or Ben Affleck says it, it's fucking clickbait.
Right.
Exactly.
All right? Just relax. We'll see what happens. It's not the fucking end of the world. It's a goddamn movie. Yeah. It's a guy in a fucking bat costume. Relax.
Yeah.
Ben, there have been some stories in the past day or so, and they just kind of want to know,
I know. Let me be very clear. I am the luckiest guy in the world. Batman is the coolest fucking part in any universe. DC, Marvel. It's incredible. And, I'm so thrilled to do it. I know there's this misconception because I didn't direct it that maybe I wasn't enthusiastic about it. It's fucking amazing. And I still can't believe it after 2 films and have this history with this great studio. And, Kevin Tsujihara and Sue Kroll and Toby Emmerich have said to me, we want you to be our Batman. And, I believe him. And with Matt Reeves doing it, it's like I would be a fucking ape on the ground for Matt Reeves. Never mind being Batman. It's incredible. So I'm really blown away and excited. And it's a great time in the DC universe. You're going to see some stuff from Justice League that we're really, really proud of. And I think you'll see why I'm so excited to be Batman.
Excellent. Thank you.
Don't believe the hype.